So, what do you say we do a guided meditation practice? But before we do, I want you to think of a belief you have about yourself that holds you back. This is something you may dislike about yourself and you think about often, which prevents you from going after what you really want. Bring it to mind for a second and then let it go. And now get comfortable. Feet flat on the floor, shoulders back and down, hands on your lap, open to the sky. Close your eyes and let your belly come out to play. And let's take 3 deep and satisfying breaths. This time, we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for 4, and breathe out for a count of 8. Again, in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 8. One more time. Now, picture yourself standing by a peaceful river. This can be a river that you played in as a child, or one that you encountered during one of your travels. Perhaps it's a river you saw in a movie or in a poster. You look around, there is no one else there. This placid river is all yours and is calling you. Feeling completely safe, you decide to go for a swim. The water is crystal clear and the temperature just perfect. You slowly step 1 foot into the river. And as you do, you begin to feel lighter. You then step in with your other foot and quickly begin to experience a sense of weightlessness. You look down and notice, in amazement, that your feet have disappeared. They've dissolved into the water. Suddenly, as if from nowhere, a great sense of joy overtakes you. And you continue to immerse yourself into the river, watching as your body becomes invisible. And finally, not knowing what to expect, but with great excitement, you close your eyes and lean back into the water, immersing your head and your face completely. You check in You open your invisible eyes and stare at the sky. You can still see. You are in awe of this moment. You can still think. You continue to experience the rush of joy coursing through your being. You can still feel. You have become the river. The river is you. You release all tension and let yourself go, allowing the wind and the current to guide you. A flock of swallows hovers overhead, staging a beautifully choreographed dance. You marvel at their extraordinary coordination and silently thank them for their performance. After all, you know it was meant for you. You're feeling more relaxed and at ease now than you have in a long time. You can't see your body, but you can feel your breath creating little ripples all around you as you breathe in and breathe out. You're flowing, carried by the current, without a care in the world. If at any time your mind happens to wander and thoughts start making their appearance, just acknowledge them. Sometimes that is all that's needed for them to go on their way. Like a toddler who clamors for attention and then quickly moves on once he's been attended to. Just get back to your breath. Get back to being a river. As you continue to drift, you feel the sun's rays reflecting off the surface of the water. You feel enveloped in the sun's warm caress. You feel loved and cared for. You feel free, expansive, boundless. You are a river. You have nowhere to go than where the current takes you. You have nothing to do but flow. For the next 2 minutes, just flow like a river. As you continue your blissful journey downstream, without a care in the world, you notice a rock up ahead. Suddenly, your attention is drawn to that rock. You don't want to crash into it. You are the river. What can you do? Do you stop your tranquil flow and turn around? Do you gather all your hydropower and attempt to break down this rock? Or perhaps you swirl around it? You need not do anything. You can't turn around. The current is taking you downstream. Breaking down a rock takes time and enormous effort. Swirling around it takes great energy. All you have to do when you come upon the rock is observe it closely. Does it look familiar? As you look at it closely, you realize that this rock is the belief that you hold about yourself and is setting you back. But the rock isn't real. It's just a thought that you've held on to and has become a belief and is now threatening to block your flow. Now that you're close to it, you may want to ask it where it came from. Was it something someone said a long time ago, perhaps? Something you experienced? Or a label you adopted as you looked around and compare yourself to others that led you to think this about yourself? Take some time and inquire. You may also want to ask it why it got so big. As you look closely at this belief, this rock that is now challenging your path, you may notice feelings or sensations arising in your body. You may feel tightness in your belly, or perhaps pressure in your chest, or tension in your shoulders or neck. Maybe you feel cold, or hot, or numb. There's no need to judge your feelings, no need to judge yourself. There is no right or wrong here. You are just becoming aware of the thought as it manifests as emotions, as feelings and sensations in the body. Focus your attention on these emotions, these feelings and sensations. Get acquainted with them. When we pay close attention to them, emotions can be extremely useful as they provide valuable information. And just like thoughts, sometimes all they want is to be acknowledged, examined before they decide to move along of their own accord. If at any time the feelings become too overwhelming, turn your awareness to your breath, that most faithful of friends, the one that never leaves your side. Focus on how it causes your belly and chest to rise and fall in unison, and the ripples it makes on the surface of the water. Now that you've allowed yourself to get close to the rock and have realized that it's not really an obstacle, that it's just an illusion, a thought you've latched onto, which may be causing discomfort in your body, imagine yourself just flowing right through the middle of it. After all, it's a mirage. And for the next 2 minutes, allow yourself to drift peacefully downstream again, carried by the current and the wind and embraced by the sun. Welcome. You have reached the riverbed. Your ride has ended, but the river is always there, inside of you, waiting to be accessed. All you have to do is take some time for yourself. Breathe, dip your toe in the water, and allow yourself to disappear into the present moment. Now it is time to bring yourself slowly back into your body. With your eyes still closed, make gentle movements with your hands and feet. As you do so, remember that thoughts themselves are not what keep us stuck. Clinging to the thoughts to the point where they become part of our life story, a self fulfilling prophecy, is what keeps us stuck. And just like a rock, there's no need to blast them, no need to get rid of them or maneuver around them, no need to do anything but see them for what they are. In the mere process of observing your thoughts, of becoming aware of them, you are disintegrating the rock, the limiting beliefs that keep you from realizing your magnificent potential. Now take 3 deep breaths, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes.